I've been tiptoeing around this all summer, and I think it's time to tell you guys what's really been going on with me this summer. Hello everybody, I'm Roadblock, and this is kind of a Raid Shadow Legends video. I promise I'm going to tie my personal story into Raid today, but I really wanted to share with you guys about what's been going on with me this summer. I think it's important because I, just made a video yesterday, which I'm very, very excited about. Please check it out, where I did a bunch of fact checking on myself, but I also saw a lot of comments and, people asking about streaming and remembered some of my old content from other videos and stuff. And I had some things happen in the game today with one of my clan members leaving that's been not only a longtime clan member, but also friend to me, still is a friend to me. And so I just wanted to take the time to remind everybody, above all else, that Raid Shadow Legends is just a game. And so first we're going to start with my story time. So for me, listen up, I just got a new promo link that you can use to follow along with me on my latest free-to-play adventure and get a free Elenaril, as well as 3 more powerful epics as you level up. Here's how to do it. Log out of Plarium Play and uninstall. Click the link in the description and register with a brand new email. Launch Raid and complete the tutorial. Go to your inbox and claim your first champ. Don't miss out on your chance to get Elenaril right after signing up, as well as Fayne, Uugo, and Tagoar as you progress through Raid. Click on my link right now and let's crush this together. At the beginning of this summer, my wife and I had a conversation, and in that conversation, very cordial conversation, she politely asked for a divorce. And we've had many, many, many conversations since, but ultimately things are better now than they were 2 months ago. I'll say that, right? We're not all the way back. I don't know if you could put it that way, but ultimately in that conversation, many things were brought up about where I was failing as a husband, where I was failing as a father, and essentially after taking some time to think about that conversation, I went to her and said, hey, I'm taking this one day at a time. I'm going to work on myself. I got medication for my anxiety. I've been getting, been having conversations about different medical issues and trying to get myself back in shape. Not physically, I'm still fat, but we're working on that. But yeah, anyways, ultimately, I didn't want to talk about it because it was so fresh, because it was so in the moment. I got her permission to have this discussion today. Things are quite a bit better than what they were at the beginning of the summer. I was misprioritizing things, and I was over prioritizing Raid. I was over prioritizing the YouTube channel, and I wasn't prioritizing my responsibilities as a partner, right? I wasn't making money, despite what even I thought. I'll say, doesn't matter what subscriber count you have, if you're not doing all of the right things, you're not really bringing in the amount of money that one might need to support a family. And while I've mentioned this on stream before, I don't know if I've said it in a recording, I am a disabled veteran, so I do get some income every month, but it's hardly enough to really contribute to my wife, who is still active duty and is the breadwinner. So one of those goals for myself has been to find a job. We are hopefully, I'm still waiting for some callbacks on on one position really, but I'm feeling very good about it, and I think something is brewing on the horizon, so I'm excited about that. But I have, fixed my approach to the way that I handle the house and all the things, all the issues that were brought up. But Raid was a problem. Now, this was not brought up to me. This wasn't a specific issue in our relationship. She is a gamer. She's also a gacha gamer. She is right now playing Genshin Impact and plays Honkai Star Rail, with Wuthering Waves and all kinds of other games. So, it's not a thing. But one of the reasons I wasn't living up to those performances is because I was prioritizing the YouTube channel and trying to grow it, trying to stream, trying to, use the YouTube channel to make money. And you can make money. I do make some money on the YouTube channel, but nowhere near enough of what I would be making if I was working a full-time job. So that is what, and then add into that the summer with the kids being home and wanting to make sure that I was prioritizing them as well and not just focusing on streaming or focusing on building champions or preparing videos or things like that. So I did feel like my content fell off a little bit over the summer, but I think that's okay. Like, I'm okay with that because it needed to fall off. It needed to happen in order for me to get my priorities straight. And I actually saw some comments because I think I've alluded to this over the summer. But why am I mentioning this? Why is this relevant to Raid Shadow Legends? Because it's important for everybody to remember this is just a video game. And while I love this game, I take it seriously. I do. I work pretty hard at my clan. I work hard at making content. At the end of the day, you also need to make the right decisions for yourself. So for me, that decision was I can't run 2 free-to-play accounts anymore, right? I can't run either of the free-to-plays. I went down to 1 account and I took a lot of pressure off of myself. This is why, by the way, I got so frustrated with certain directions that the game took. It was incredibly frustrating to me when they changed Chimera because I had a team that worked, and now in a time where I didn't want to dedicate multiple hours to fixing my team, I was forced to do so. I didn't like hard faction wars because the difficulty was so high in hard faction wars and takes so much of my time to complete those levels that it wasn't worth it for me. And so I don't do them. I mean, you can look at my hard progress. I'm very, very low as far as what, others might be. And, I'm hoping that they change the direction and they nerf things and maybe, this just isn't, it's not possible. It's for my account right now. And I'm okay with that, right? But me a couple months ago would have been, no, I have to do this. I'm a content creator. I have to, hold myself to a higher standard. I'm going to push, I'm going to grind, I'm going to level up these champions for this one area of the game and, all these things. And so that was definitely my mindset, but I miss dailies now. There are times where I'll log on and I will be like, oh, I don't think I did my dailies yesterday. I've accidentally missed a Chimera a couple weeks ago. I think even my 3rd Hydra key I missed a week ago or 2 weeks ago, and I'm just okay with those things. I'm not putting that added pressure on myself because at the end of the day, I'm very proud of what I'm doing outside the game. And I really wanted to take some time to not only share that with you guys, because a lot of you are wondering, why aren't you streaming? Why is your content more fillery and maybe not as rehearsed and prepared as it used to be? And those were the reasons why, because ultimately I was kids all day long and then sitting down to play games, but then I had to do my raids daily stuff, and then I had to there's other games I want to play right now that are bringing me joy and excitement. And so that is kind of why things have gone the way that they have in Raid. And I know there's a lot to talk about right now. We've got quality of life improvements coming. Let me know, guys, in the comments, do you want my opinion on the quality of life video? That was almost going to be today's video, but every content creator has a video out about the quality of life changes, and I just felt like, I'm going to be coming out an entire day after their videos came out. Am I really going to have any fresh takes or fresh opinions on that kind of stuff for you guys? So ultimately, I chose not to make that the video and decided to talk about this instead. But I really wanted to share that with you guys. I wanted to share that with my community. And so there's transparency and clarity for why things have been what they've been on the channel. So I am feeling very happy with the changes that I've made in my life. I am tempted every single day to go back to the free-to-play, especially because my free-to-play account has Nice, who is such a powerhouse, and I love using him, and I miss playing with him so much. And so it's very, very tempting. But until I get a little more footing under myself, I think I'm going to continue to take a break from the free to play for the time being. And technically, I don't spend a lot of money on this account, if at all, anymore. Yeah, it technically, I'm not going to go there because you can't do that. You can't spend hundreds, if not thousands of dollars over the course of several years and then be like, well, I haven't spent money in a month, I'm free to play. So this is still my paid account. I have put money on this account, but I do miss my free to play a lot. So there's a possibility that it'll come back, but you know, I have to get into the right headspace and, you know, find a way to properly prioritize all the avenues of Raid Shadow Legends and my personal life. So, but the other thing I wanted to talk about that was the inspiration for this video is that one of my clan members and friends, still is, right? He decided to leave today. I'm not going to put his reasons out there. The only thing I'll say is that they don't have enough time to play the game. Totally fine with me, right? That spot will, you know, be there when they decide to come back. And I wanted to make sure that you guys as Raid players feel comfortable in that fact, because the direction that Raid is going right now, with the difficulty of content, no sign of relief on the horizon, and kind of just the general direction, there's no, just remember, it's a game, right? And if you need to take a break, hell, it might even be good for your account, right? If you're a low spender and you're looking to take a break, I made a whole video on this. I just saw a new comment on it about the Elva revival path, right? You might have an opportunity to get yourself a good champion if you're willing to spend a little money. I think she's a game changer. I really do. And, you know, there's a lot of stuff like that out there. So, but I think it's most important is to take care of yourself. And this is a lesson that I've learned, and this is speaking from experience. You know, I valued you guys a lot. I valued this game a lot. And when push came to shove, I valued my family more. And of course, that's the right decision. But, you know, for a lot of people, they might have difficulty recognizing that decision. And I wanted to go ahead and let myself be a little bit vulnerable and share with you guys what's been going on in my life, just so maybe I can help others who are in difficult times understand that the biggest lesson that I have learned from this whole thing, this too shall pass. And I am proud I fought through it, and I feel like things are on the uptrend, and I'm going to keep fighting every day, keep that relationship intact. And if you guys are going through something, just know we are all probably somewhere also going through something, if that's any help. But yeah, I just wanted to share. So I'm rambling at this point. I'm sorry, guys. I lost the plot a little bit. So let's focus up and just say thank you. Thank you so much. When this summer started and I really started to take a step back from my content and reduce the free-to-play stuff, and, you know, no more streaming and all those things, I was scared to death that my channel would start to die. And you guys have stuck by me. We've had new people come in and subscribe. We've got new people in the comments. We've got new, you know, I am so thrilled with the fact that you guys stuck with me through this very challenging and difficult summer for myself. And I appreciate each and every one of you. And I wanted to give you guys my heartfelt thank you for sticking with me. I hope that my content will start to improve now that summer has, for the most part, come to an end. But I'm also going to be working full-time, hopefully in a couple of weeks. So we'll see what direction that goes. But at the end of the day, thank you so much for sticking with me. And if you're new here, if this happens to be your first video that you come across on my channel, a little bit of a strange one, sure, but I do make a lot of Raid Shadow Legends content. I don't just tell stories about my life. So consider subscribing, because it does help my channel out. And maybe one day, this channel will grow to a size that I could potentially make a full-time living out of it. But for now, it is not that time. Thank you so much, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care.